Okay, then question 2. PQRS is a rectangle. The coordinates of P and Q are 0, 6 and 1, 8 respectively. The perpendicular to PQ at Q meets the x-axis at R. What is the area of PQRS? Okay, so, I mean, to me, these words mean nothing. I think, I gotta draw a diagram to see what's happening. So, axes, P is 0, 6. Q is 1, 8, so somewhere, well, I guess here, yeah? Okay, so this is my PQ, very good. So the perpendicular to PQ at Q meets the x-axis at R. Okay, so something like this, and then this is R, yes? What is the area PQRS? Okay, so actually, instead of finding PQRS, right, we could just find PQR, right? Because if I find PQR and I just multiply it by 2, then I'm fine, yeah? Or you could think of it as the area is just PQ times QR. Because if you go like 2 times a triangle, then the 2 and the 1/2 cancels, right? So just PQ times QR. Good. So I already know the coordinates of P and Q, right? So if I find the coordinates of R, then I'm good, right? Because then I have all the lengths, right? I have PQ, I have the coordinates, right? So I can find the length in between, and then QR as well, yeah? So off we go. How do I find the R? Well, I know the line is perpendicular. So what's the gradient of PQ? The gradient of PQ is, so 8 minus 6 divided by 1 minus 0, yeah? So 8 minus 6 divided by 1 minus 0, that is just 2. Lovely. So therefore the gradient of this line, the gradient of QR, is -1/2, right? You use -1 divided by the gradient of PQ because perpendicular lines have gradients which multiply to -1. Okay, so that's -1/2. So off we go basically, right? So we know it passes through Q. So y equals mx plus c, of course. So 8 equals -1/2 times 1 plus c. So c is what? C is 8.5, right? C is 8.5. Okay, so we know c is 8.5. Then we need to find r, right? So when does r happen? R happens when y is 0, yeah? So 0 equals -1/2 x plus 8.5. 8.5, that's 17 over 2. Yeah? So that means that x is how many? 17. X is 17. Lovely. So r is 17, 0. Okay, so now Pythagoras time. Right? You just find PQ and you find QR, and then basically you're done. Yeah? So how do I find the length of PQ? Change in x squared plus change in y squared, and then square root it, right? So PQ equals square root of 1 squared plus 2 squared. Yeah? The change in y is 2, the change in x is 1, so this is square root of 5. Next guy, QR. What is QR? Change in x, that is 16. 17 minus 1, right? Change in y, that's 8. Good. So 16 squared, what is that? That's, God, what is 16 squared? 256, yeah? 256 plus 82, that's 64. So that means this is 320, yeah? So square root of 320. So what is 320? Let me have a think. 320 is 64 times 5. Yeah? 64 times 5. So that's 8 times root 5. Very good. Okay, my 5s look like square roots. So yeah, 8 root 5. Good. Okay, so PQ times QR, yeah? So 8 root 5 times 5, that gives me 40.